John, congratulations on your new deal. How does it feel to extend your time at the club?
Feels brilliant. Obviously trying to push on from last year. Came in last year, felt I did quite well. And as the manager said, I think a few of the deals that he's given out recently are for performances that we put in last year. So obviously he thinks I've done quite well and deserve an extension.
Well, you are the fourth extension, aren't you, after Cadiz, Clayton Donaldson and Damari Gray. Were those people sort of extending their contracts, was that a big thing for you?
Yeah, it was. Obviously holding on to the players that we'd had bids for was massive, but then we had a good core of players who played a lot of games last year, so keeping hold of those lads and keeping the group together was important as well.
And obviously you mentioned the core, you played 45 league games last year. How important is it for you to, when you come to a new club, settle down and be able to, stamp your authority onto the team?
It was important for me to try and play as much as I could, really. I came in and probably didn't start as well as I thought I would. Took me a little bit of time to get myself going, but playing that amount of games is always a good thing for me personally.
Was that something to do with perhaps the position? Obviously you can play centre-half, but obviously you've become a full-time left-back, haven't you?
I don't think it was positionally. I played a lot there the 2 seasons before that. I just think it was maybe the level stepping up. I'd played in the Championship before, but you sort of get used to the level you're at and then you have to kick on again. And maybe that's what it took me to do after sort of 5 or 10 games or something.
But I bet you still feel there's plenty of improvement though, isn't there, obviously looking ahead to next year?
Yeah, definitely. We've obviously got a good pre-season now. We've had 3 or 4 weeks behind us, so the time's now really to start kicking on and looking forward to that first game of the season.
You talk about a core, and obviously the core did very well last year, didn't they? Obviously building on from what Gary Rowett did when he came in. How do you think you're going to build on that next season?
I think the performances we put in as a group were really good. Obviously the manager's speaking about bringing 1 or 2 players in and hopefully that can give us the little boost that we need. There was at times last year when the manager brought loan players in that gave us that little boost at the right time. So the players that the manager looking for hopefully will do that for us.
And obviously the manager, by signing you to a contract extension, and believes in you as a group. How does that make you feel?
Excited, I think. With the group of players that we're keeping together, there's a lot of quality in there and there's a lot of good players. And like I said, adding 1 or 2, maybe 3 to that group can really sort of kick us on for the start of the season.
And where do you think we can go next season? Obviously, we had a good position last year. I think we can build on that and perhaps get further up the table?
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously we've got to carry on from the work that we did at the back end of last year, and if the season had gone on another month or 2, who knows where we would have ended up. So hopefully we can start well and carry it on the whole way through.
And from a personal point of view as well, it's just about carrying on for yourself and building on that as well?
It is, yeah. It's about improvement again. Like I said, I probably started a little bit slowly last year, so hopefully I can, this year, I know the group of players, I know the staff now, so hopefully I can hit the ground running and start where I finished off last year.
You started to nick a few goals as well, didn't you, towards the end of the season? Is that something you like to do as well?
It is, yeah, especially from corners and free kicks and things like that. I like to attack the ball, so hopefully I can get 5 or 6 goals this season, hopefully. And
finally, how important do you think the fans will, impact the season ahead?
A lot, I think. I think when the new manager came in, the crowds really picked up, especially that we could hear them in that Watford game the first time the manager came in. And obviously having a good crowd behind you, it is like that 12th man.